2018's over and done. So for this big celebration of 2018, I thought I'd bust out the old friend here. The bucket hat. The bucket hat's back, baby. It's 2019. I still own bucket hats. Fuck me, right? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Top Albums 2018. I'm your host, Zach Minyard. You may know me from my other bullshit, like my podcast or my music show that I haven't made in a while. Sorry. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about 2018. And 2018 was a bitchin' good year for some good fucking music. Now, everyone says that about every year. Everyone's always like, the year sucked, but the music was good. No, this was actually a pretty good year for music. 2016, good year. 2017, 2018, good year for music. I think the best way to measure a year of music is not by the best album, because there's always going to be like one or two extremely awesome albums. That's always going to happen every year. But like just the average of most of the albums coming out, I think a lot of the albums around like the mids spots, around like top 50 albums, those were all really, really good. I think 2017 had like a lot of really great albums in the top 10 spot, and then the rest was kind of like, it's there, whatever. But let's get into it. The first thing we're gonna do is hand out the Zach Minyard Awards. Now, what are the Zach Minyard Awards? They're just, I took some categories I made up, and I'm gonna give awards out to different things. So let's start out with most rushed piece of shit of 2018. It's a Culture 2 by Migos. Migos, what the fuck? Migos are literally like the factory, the trap factory, in that they just rush out a bunch of garbage as quick as possible. You have Culture 2, which was made in like 4 fucking hours. You have Quavo's solo album, then you have Takeoff's solo album, all in the same year, plus a plethora of features. Like, Migos, calm the fuck down. I know you're trying to get this money, but calm the fuck down and just sit and think about something for like 30 minutes before you do something. Worst turnaround, the artist I feel was doing great, and then they fucking backpedaled. Father John Misty. Father John Misty made one of the best albums of last year, my number 2 favorite album of last year. And then he made this, and this is not even close. It's not even close to the other one. Like, what the fuck happened? I'm looking out for the next album, John Misty, but you're on thin ice. Biggest turnaround, 21 Pilots. These boys, I listen to 21 Pilots. I'm not a huge fucking fan. I could really pick and choose the songs I like from their albums. I thought Blurry Face was the most overplayed fucking album ever. I can pick out like 3 songs I would actually like to listen to, but this Trench album, I feel they matured a lot in their writing, in their song structure. I feel like they found their own voice too. I'm very impressed. Very good job, guys. Most overrated album, Casey Musgraves. Everyone's talking about this fucking album. Like, I've been listening to Casey Musgraves for her past couple albums. Like, I started with Same Trailer, Different Park. I reviewed it on What You Heard. It's a good album. Pageant Queen, good album. This new one, it's not that great. I don't understand. Everyone talks so much about it, like it's the greatest thing ever. It's got such a high listing on Album of the Year. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Most underrated album, US Girls. In the Poem Unlimited is such a good album, and no one talks about it. It's really a great album. Like there are other albums that might be better than it, but I feel like they get talked about. Your Mitskis, your Parket Chords, they get talked about at least. But no, not even the big music nerds are talking about US fucking Girls. And she did a great fucking job this year. You'll hear more about that later. Most surprising comeback, Jack White. Yeah, people didn't like this album. People loved it, and then also did not like it. But here's the thing, when I went into this Jack White album, I was like, ugh, another Jack White album. He's gonna do fucking White Stripes shit again. All new shit. And I respect him. I respect him for doing that. I think that was a really bold move, and I'm very glad to see Jack White back. Biggest winner of the year, gotta give it to Kanye West. This dude released 5 albums in 5 weeks. He got so much free press from all the dumb bullshit that Kanye West always does, and people forget that Kanye West always does this dumb bullshit every time albums come out to get free press. And then he goes on SNL and acts like a dumbass, and then he gets people hyped for Yandhi and then doesn't release it. Kanye West won this year. Kanye West was the big winner. Plus, his albums were good. He released some of the greatest albums to like pretty good albums. Like none of them were bad. You know, it's a big span. But good job, man. Good job. Biggest loser of the year? It's gotta be Eminem. This dude released his shitty album last year, and he had to make another album to bitch and whine about how people didn't like his other album. And then in this album, he gets mad at other rappers for bitching and whining, even though the only purpose of Kamikaze was to bitch and whine at people who didn't like his other album. And then like a week later, he has to get on interviews and apologize for his album for being so fucking trash. Like what the fuck, Eminem? Like, people were already talking bad about you, but fuck, dude. Worst rap line of the year, 21 Savage on NC-17 by Travis Scott. This dude, I'm gonna look up this line. I nutted on her cheek. Her new nickname is Babyface. Fuck you. It's so bad. I hate it. Sneakiest little sneak of the year, going it to Swally. He was on so many. Am I saying his name right? Yeah, Swally. This guy gets like 15 different songs on Astroworld. This guy gets the Spider-Man song with Post Malone. This guy's still doing Ray Shremmerd shit. This guy's everywhere. He's featuring all over the place. Who's your manager, man? How the fuck you doing this? Most underrated rapper, No Name, formerly known as No Name Gypsy. She changed it because she's PC now. No Name. Why do people not talk about No Name? That was a runner-up for most underrated album, but people talked about Room 25, and Room 25 is such a great album, and No Name has such talent in rap, and she's talking about real shit. Fucking love No Name, dude. Worst album cover. I'm gonna give you 3. Okay. Worst album cover. Boarding House Reach. This thing's ugly as fuck. I can't look at this shit. This shit's gross. I like the colors, but that's it. That's all I like about it. Joy as an Act of Resistance by Idols. I can't fuck with this. Like, the picture's fine, but the text, like with the glitter on it, I think that's tacky, and maybe that's what they're going for. But what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? It's pretty ugly. Some Rap Songs by Earl Sweatshirt. Fuck this album cover. This is that dumb trend of I take a shitty photo and it blurs a bit, and now that's my album cover. Like, it's lazy, and it usually it's just dumb. I don't like it. Best album covers, I'm gonna give you 3 again. Am I a Girl by Poppy. This is just a really nice photo. I really like this photo a lot. I like all the shit Poppy's wearing. I love the contrast. The black and white's really nice. It's just a good photo. I enjoy it a lot. Kids See Ghost. I love this artist. He made the Graduation cover. I got to see him in Dallas, like his artwork. He does great stuff. He's making cool shit. And they actually got him to make this album cover, and it's fucking sweet. I didn't even know he made it for a long time. I had to look into it, but yeah, good job, man. Dirty Computer. I love this headdress thing. I love the colors. I think this is a really fucking sweet just album cover. I really enjoy it. Yeah, the camera died. I'm back though. It's the same day, I promise. Okay, yeah, so now we're gonna get into the actual list kind of stuff. Now, I did top 50 albums. I don't really listen to singles, so here are some singles I liked. Listen to them if you want. I don't really... EPs don't count, but I did listen to some EPs. Here are some good ones. Listen to them. They're good. But now we're gonna get into the 50 albums, and for albums number 50 through like 11, we're just gonna kind of do a nice little speed run through them. I'm gonna go through each album, and I'm gonna say one 10-word sentence about each album to just kind of generally give a feel of how it is, and then I'll meet you when that's done. All right, be good. Mwah. Number 50, Die Lit by Playboi Carti. Proof that a producer can make up for mediocre rap. Number 49, The Garden, Mirror Might Steal Your Charm. A kooky and crazy album with a lot of fun moments. Number 48, Lush by Snail Mail. I put this album here, this is what it deserves. Number 47, Beer Bongs and Bentleys by Post Malone. Post made trap music and his fans got mad. Number 46, Black Panther original soundtrack by various artists. I put this album here, this is what it deserves. Number 45, A Brief Inquiry on Online Relationships by the 1975. It had some nice songs but lacks consistency. Overall interesting. Number 44, Arizona by Vane. Some hard shit. Computers are scary. Scary, scary computer rock. Number 43, 2012 to 2018 by Against All Logic. House didn't die. This guy just took a long break. Number 42, Nasir by Nas. The best Nas album in a while, but still corny. Number 41, Tell Me How You Really Feel by Courtney Barnett. Not as good as her first, but still very good. Number 40, Boarding House Reach by Jack White. Jack did some cool shit, and his fans got mad. Number 39, Con Todo El Mundo by Krong Bin. Good psych music. Can't wait to see what they bring. Number 38, Ion by Portal. Australia continues to innovate in rock music of every kind. Number 37, White Bronco by Action Bronson. You miss when hip-hop was rapping? Action Bronson's here. Number 36, FM, Vince Staples. Short and consistent, unlike his other projects. Good move, Vince. Number 35, You're the Snitch by Death Grips. Another great Death Grips album. Number 34, Paraffin by Armand Hammer. It's pure fucking rap. No distractions, no fluff, just rap. Number 33, Am I a Girl by Poppy. I'm Poppy, I'm Poppy, I'm Poppy, I'm Pop. Number 32, Invasion of Privacy by Cardi B. Cardi made the list, Migos didn't. Maybe that means something? Number 31, Everything's Fine by Jean Grey and Quelle Chris. These two push the boundaries of experimental hip-hop cleverly. Number 30, A Laughing Death in Meat Space by Tropical Fuck Storm. These Aussies can make some rock, but they're fucking crazy. Number 29, The Sciences by Sleep. Just get real fucking stoned, sit in the couch, and chill. Number 28, Historian by Lucy Dacus. A very talented songwriter, Lucy Dacus does well alone. Number 27, Trench by 21 Pilots. You guys finally did good. I'm so proud of you. Number 26, Yee by Kanye West. Very personal album with memorable songs, but not his best. Number 25, The Big Meat and Potatoes, baby. Lil Dark Age by MGMT. MGMT finally found the perfect blend of abstract and pandering. Number 24, Time and Place by Kero Kero Benito. They changed a lot, except for how great they are. Number 23, Cheer by Drug Church. Hardcore continues to thrive with bands like Drug Church. Number 22, Virtue by The Voids. Virtue is a love letter to all kinds of rock. Number 21, Care For Me by Saba. A very promising career for Saba. The chance we need. Number 20, Isolation by Kali Uchis. A great blend of many genres with Kali's beautiful voice. Number 19, Haruta Sura by Hane Namori. A crazy, lively, energetic album that merges electronic and punk. Number 18, 7 by Beach House. The group continues to reinvent their sound in orgasmic ways. Number 17, Dirty Computer by Janelle Monáe. Some of the best pop I've heard this year, hands down. Number 16, Some Rap Songs by Earl Sweatshirt. The most abstract and personal album of Earl's entire discography. Number 15, Taboo by Denzel Curry. The only taboo here is saying Denzel Curry's still underground. Number 14, Swimming by Mac Miller. A great send-off to a talented artist we love. Number 13, Oil of Every Pearl's Uninsides by Sophie. A huge leap for PC music with its bold sound. Number 12, You Don't Get What You Want by Daughters. These guys need some Ambien and a hug, Jesus Christ. Number 11, Room 25 by No Name. No Name's strongest album yet, amazing technique and sound structure. Wow, wasn't that something? That was good. But hey, I'm just one jack-off on the internet. You need a second opinion, huh? So here's local pedophile D-Dubman here to tell you what's up. D-Dub? D-Dub.
Hey all, Dupe here. And Zach wants more than 3 views on this video, and that's why I'm present. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this year was pretty ass music-wise. Every time a person came out with an album that you thought was gonna be decent, boom, there's only like 3 tracks on there that you actually like. So I'm not necessarily sure how you're gonna come up with a top 10 for this horrible year, but I'm sure that you'll make a way, Zach. Anyway, for me, I'd like to tell you my singles and albums of the year. Starting off with Tyler the Creator's I Am the Grinch. You may think that this is a meme, but it's the most hard-hitting song yet from Tyler's arsenal. And who knows what we're gonna get in the future. Not to mention that Childish Gambino also came out with a single as well. Well, he came out with 2. One of them being This Is America, but everybody has ran that shit to the ground. But feels like summer needs more pride and joy. I'm telling you, this song, the switch ups, the video, everything combined will make you fully appreciate the feel of the summertime. But now to the lesser known people, we have Joji. Lesser known. Well, he's lesser known to the Grammy side of things. But Slow Dancing in the Dark is quite the emotion filler. Once he hits that note, and man, come on now, don't tell me. I also have another indie guy for you. His name is Tabby, and he came out with a song called Prequel. And oh my goodness, the notes that he hits in now. I'm a note guy. I like it when you hit that shit, man. It's like in the 90s how they were like, ooh, man, come on now, you can't tell me that shit doesn't get your dick rack hard. And the last single from my list comes from a very indie guy, actually one of my friends, Little Head Case with Zach Carper. And I gotta tell you right now, this is the Bohemian Rhapsody of hip hop. I can tell you right now, but this nigga is in the trenches. Nobody knows who this guy is, only I do. Therefore, I have even more appreciation for the song because it won't be ran into the ground. All right, now for the top 5 albums. Yeah, let's go. Let's speed fire this. Mac Miller Swimming. Yeah, man, the guy's dead. That doesn't mean that I like the album more because he's dead. Fuck, wait a minute. Kid Cudi and Kanye West, Kiss He Ghost. That shit was really fire all the way through. See, it's kind of hard to make albums like that, but it was an EP, so that's kind of cheating. Earl Sweatshirt, some rap songs. This is an album that really had to grow on me. It has like the vibes of Jay Dilla, and lyrics are just more of an afterthought. He just wants you to really feel the song instead of feeling the words that he's saying in the song, you know? Number 2, very typical, Travis Scott's Astroworld. It's funny because I don't like this album all the way through. However, it's the only album that I thoroughly enjoyed from a top artist. So, hey, fuck, I guess that's a win. Last but not least, my number 1 album, Tyler the Creator's Cherry Bomb Instrumental.
Wow, D-Dub, that was really something. That was really great. I don't really know what I expected. Fuck. All right, now we're at the top 10, and for the top 10, I will personally tell you what's up as I do, because I'm a pretentious fuck. Number 10, going right into it. Number 10, Astroworld by Travis Scott. Now, when I make a top 10 list for my albums, I like the number 10 spot to be an album that I listen to a lot, that I may not see as like the best, and that's what I feel Astroworld is, because Astroworld sonically is fucking amazing. The beats are some of the best beats you're gonna hear all year. It's got wonderful production, it's got top-notch stuff. Like, some of the stuff they're doing auditorily blows my eardrums, okay? But is it the deepest album? No. Is it telling a story? No. Is he saying anything? Not really. He's just fucking hoes in sicko mode, you know? Dicko mode. But that's fine, you know? Because music is about enjoying it. And if I listen to this album for like 2 months straight, I think that means something about it was good. I mean, don't shit on Astroworld. That shit's fucking fire. It's probably the best like pop rap album of the year, like no doubt. Travis Scott, you did it again. I was worried about you. I heard the last album. I was worried about you. Number 9, U.S. Girls, huh? See, told you we'd come back. In a Poem Unlimited. In a Poem Unlimited. Fuck. In a poem. I can't say it. In a Poem Unlimited. I suck at my own shit. Okay, so I didn't know too much about U.S. Girls coming into this. She's been in the game for a while. By the way, U.S. Girls is one girl. Her name is Megan Remy, and she's from Canada. She's done a lot of albums in the past, so she has experience, but this one blew up. This one got some recommendations, it got some nominations, it got some affiliations, and it got my respect. But the album's really great. It kind of goes all over the place genre-wise. It goes to like a 60s kind of swing, goes to a 50s kind of bop, it goes to a real kind of hip-hop vibing with record scratches and everything, but it never sounds like it's not being made by one person. It never sounds like it's pandering, it never sounds out of place. And all the songs kind of tie together with this like vintage feel, and I can't put my finger on what exactly gives it that vintage feel. Maybe it's the audio quality, maybe it's the instruments used, I don't know. And she just delivers some wonderful performances on this. Like, she's a really great and talented singer. If you're not listening to US Girls, you're doing yourself a disservice. Be the fucking cowboy by Mitski, minus the fucking. Just be the cowboy. Mitski is a singer-songwriter kind of gal, more traditional singer-songwriter that you would think of in the genre. She had a really great album, Puberty 2, came out a couple years ago. Everyone fucking loved it. And then she came right back with Be the Cowboy, and guess what? It's still good. I think it's better than Puberty 2. Fight me. Mitski has been kind of... What's the word? Mitski is an artist that really delivers her vulnerability in such a raw form that you can really feel her pain, you know? Like, all of the album is very personal to Mitski, but in a sort of ironic twist, that personal pain that she feels is very relatable. You know what I mean? And Nobody, one of the best bops of the year. I don't give a shit! I love water. I've been drinking water all day. Call me Mick Jenkins. Number 7, Your Queen is a Reptile by Sons of Kemet. This, I didn't expect to be this high, honestly. When I first heard about these guys, I was like, what the fuck? It's a jazz quartet with a tuba, a saxophone, and 2 drummers. And that sounds like you can't do shit with it. But they managed to make an extremely entertaining album all the way through with just that. They use a couple tricks, you know, like they use some production tricks, but mostly you're getting what you're getting, you know. They write amazing stuff. Everything is mind-bending. They get so much mileage out of basically just 2 instruments and some rhythm, and the whole album kind of has a theming about the current Brexit movement, the kind of being proud of your ethnicity and being proud of your land that you're from, and kind of like fuck Trump, you know, that shit. There are only like 2 songs with like short rap parts, the beginning and the end, and that might be a little misleading at first if you thought, oh, the whole thing's gonna have rap. It's not. It's mostly instrumental all the way through, but that kind of like gives a premise to what they're doing. Like, each song is like, my queen is, and then like a powerful African American figure, and then your queen is a reptile because your queen is cold and she's calloused, and it's kind of like a backhanded thing. I really enjoy this album a lot. You should totally give it a listen if you love some instrumentals, and if you love something to just jam to while you're working on something. It's really worth your time. Number 6, Veteran by JPEG Mafia. Damn, Peggy. Now, JPEG Mafia is a very unique figure, a Brooklyn guy, and then he moved down to the South. He saw racism because it's the South, and then he joined the Air Force and he served a tour, and he came back, and then he started rapping underground, and he's seen the come up. Now, he's been doing shit for a while like a lot of these people this year, but he found success with Veteran, and for good reason, because Veteran is a really great album. This is probably one of the more experimental kind of rap things, but it's also approachable at times. Like, there are some songs that are just really fucking foreign and they're really hard to get into if you're not in the mood, and then there are songs you can probably listen to at any point. Now, this guy's sample work is fucking crazy. He's just throwing shit at the fucking wall and hoping it sticks. It's crazy. He's putting so much garbage in there. He's putting pen clicking, he's putting old school rap samples, he's putting new school rap samples, He's put in random noises that he just heard on the internet. You know, the camera died again, continuity's shit at this point, but fuck it, we're gonna keep going. Number 5, Daytona by Pusha T. Now, Pusha T is one of the GOATs, there's no denying that, but he's never been like the most bombastic dude, always in the public eye, and I can see that, that's kind of his persona. He kind of wants to stay real, you know, he's a real dude, he's a real motherfucker. But, he never stopped delivering some great fucking shit, and Daytona is just another fucking wonderful album that Pusha T's made. Pusha T's always making awesome shit. He's got Kanye West back chopping up the beats. He has 7 songs, so everything stays tight, everything stays fresh, only the important shit is, and as Pusha T always does, there's no fluff, and it's just real quotes, you know? The lines are wonderful. He's writing fucking gold here, you know? And there's a lot of really great catchy songs, a lot of real nice quotables. I mean, Pusha. It's just Pusha, you know, he's doing God's work out there. I can't stop it. Number 4, Musas Volume 2 by Natalia Lafourcade. This is a great album. I feel this album is a little more personal to me because I myself am a Mexican, and I'm always looking at things in my culture that I can enjoy, I can enjoy with people like my mom and my grandma, people in my culture. And this is just wonderful fucking music regardless of your culture. Like, Natalia Lafourcade has a beautiful voice. She's taking wonderful Spanish folk songs and some original songs, breathing new life into them. She really is a cultural bridge from the old to the new, and I think she's doing wonderful things. She's gaining a lot of notoriety, which thank God, because she's fucking sweet. And I want to marry her. I want her to be my wife. You know, she's like 7 years older than me. I don't give a fuck. Natalia, if you're watching this, call me. Mwah. Number 3, Kids See Ghost, self-titled. This is such a great album. Of all the bullshit Kanye West did this year, all the projects he did this year, he saved the best for Kids See Ghost. And Kid Cudi. Now, me and Kid Cudi, we've got a complicated relationship. I love me some Cudi. Now, Cudi always making mistakes, and I can't excuse fucking Speeding Bullet, you know, I can't excuse that bullshit. I love me some Indie Cud. I love me Man on the Moon too. I ain't gonna lie, okay? But when everyone always hyped about a Kid Cudi Kanye West album, I'm like, I don't get it. But the album finally comes out, I understand. Everyone's always saying, he's like, Kid Cudi, he's really speaking to me in this, and I never felt that, but I felt that in this album. I feel like Kid Cudi had some of the greatest lines of his career, some real personal, hard-hitting stuff. Kanye West made some of the craziest beats, like genre-bending shit, and he had some of his best lines since, like, fucking College Dropout. Yeah, fucking fight me. This is overall just one of the greatest albums of either of their discography, and I'm very happy that it exists. It's probably going to be like a Mad Villain thing. It's never going to exist ever again, but I'm glad it happened. Number 2, Wide Awake by Parquet Courts. Parquet Courts is my favorite modern band. It is my favorite band that's making music today. I've been following Parquet Courts since 2012 with Light Up Gold. I've been strung along all their albums, the good and the bad, and I've always wanted Parquet Courts to really get in that limelight because it really deserves it. They're making fucking gold music here, and they've seen a lot of notoriety with Wide Awake, and for good measure, because Wide Awake's probably one of their better albums from a technical standpoint. It's probably one of the best albums from a technical standpoint. Is it my favorite Parquet Courts album? It's pretty close. It's not, I mean, I still have my favorites personally, but this album is awesome. The bass lines, some of the best bass lines you're ever gonna hear in the past maybe like 5 years, honestly. The writing is awesome. A Savage always delivering some poetry and some witty kind of wordplay. His word choices are so interesting. I could read the shit that he writes, and it's fucking interesting as hell. And they brought Danger Mouse on this shit, and when you bring Danger Mouse on something, you're gonna have some dancey fucking shit, like Wide Awake, the title track. You can dance to that shit. Good job, boys. The number 1 album of the year. Joys and Active Resistance by Idols. If you were to ask me who one of the most progressive artists route right now is, who would you say? Because you're wrong. It's Idols. Idols is one of the most progressive. They're taking such progressive ideas like sexuality, like immigration, like how people perceive themselves in beauty in today's society, and they're taking that and they're hitting it hard as hell with a truck because they're a hardcore band. And it's just kind of like this counter thing, like we're hard as fuck but we're still talking about real things. Like Danny Nedelko, one of the best songs on the album, talking about immigration, is like hard as shit, but it's also uplifting at the same time, and the way that they managed to do that is just fucking crazy. I've been following this band since their last album that came out last year, and they made this shit in like a year, which is fucking crazy. Their last album was just pure anger, and this one is super hopeful in a way. Like, I really enjoying it. I think every song on there is important. Every song on there is a banger except like one or two, but they're soft songs, so it's okay. It's just amazing. I'm glad Idols is starting to get some notoriety. They're from Britain. They just got nominated for a Brit Award for New Artist, which I think is fucking cool. They're probably not gonna win, but it's really fucking cool. I'm totally gonna see them on tour when they come because they're just doing badass shit. I just fucking love them. Every time I hear one of their songs, I just gotta get right into it. You know, I get in that pit in my head and I break my arm again. Fuck yeah. And there we go. Those are the top albums of 2018. And if you disagree, it's because you're wrong.